Hello, hockey fans. It's Josh, and I'm here to talk some hockey. As many of you may know, the CHL playoffs and Memorial Cup have been cancelled. So I decided to simulate the OHL playoffs in NHL 20. I will do a simulation for the QMJHL, WHL, Memorial Cup, and NHL in the coming days. With that said, let's get into the simulation. In the first round, we had a huge upset. The Owen Sound Attack swept the Saginaw Spirit. Then the Peterborough Petes defeated the Mississauga Steelheads in 5 games. Next was the Ottawa 67s defeating the Kingston Frontenacs in 6 games. Then Pascal Zito, I don't know if I said that right, but we'll go with it, scored in overtime of Game 6 against the Flint Firebirds to send the Windsor Spitfires to the second round. Then we had another series-winning overtime goal. Michael Vukajevic scored against the Guelph Storm in Game 6 of overtime to send the Kitchener Rangers to the second round. Next was the Barrie Colts defeating the Oshawa Generals in 6 games. Then we had one of the 2 Game 7s in the first round. This one was between the London Knights and the Erie Otters. Erie jumped out to a 3-0 series lead, but London fought their way back to force a Game 7. Erie led 2-1 after the first and 3-1 after the second. Erie then sealed the deal in the third with a 4-1 victory. In my opinion, this was the biggest upset of the first round. The other Game 7 was between the Sudbury Wolves and the Hamilton Bulldogs. Hamilton held a 3-1 lead after the second period. That didn't matter though, because Sudbury's offense exploded for 4 goals in the third period to win 5-3. Now for the second round matchups. In the East, the Ottawa 67s will take on the Barrie Colts, and the Sudbury Wolves will face off against the Peterborough Petes. In the West, the Kitchener Rangers will take on the Erie Otters, and the Windsor Spitfires will face off against the Owen Sound Attack. The Erie Otters run came to a quick end after the Kitchener Rangers swept them in the second round. The Owen Sound Attack's run also comes to an end, with them losing to the Windsor Spitfires in 6 games. Then the Ottawa 67s defeated the Barrie Colts in 6 games. The final series of the second round came to an end with the Peterborough Petes defeating the Sudbury Wolves in 6 games. Now for the conference final matchups. In the East, the Ottawa 67s take on the Peterborough Petes, and in the West, the Kitchener Rangers face off against the Windsor Spitfires. The Kitchener Rangers defeated the Windsor Spitfires in 6 games to win the Wayne Gretzky Trophy and move on to the Robertson Cup final. Then we had the Ottawa 67s and Peterborough Petes facing off in a winner-take-all Game 7. After 2 periods, the score was 2-2. Peterborough scored 1 in the third to win the Bobby Orr Trophy and advance to the Robertson Cup final. Peterborough took a 3-1 series lead in the Robertson Cup final, but Kitchener took Game 5 5-2. Game 6 was scoreless in the first 2 periods, but Saron Noel scored for the Rangers to force a Game 7. Now that's it for the video. Come back tomorrow to watch the entirety of Game 7 between the Kitchener Rangers and the Peterborough Petes in the Robertson Cup final. I apologize in advance for the fact that the winner will be hoisting the Stanley Cup and not the Robertson Cup, but in the end, that shouldn't matter that much. Who do you think would have won the Robertson Cup? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.